So we're taking a look at the Zentraedi Officer Battlepod. This is a vehicle for a 3 3/4 inch figure, originally released as part of the Robotech line of toys, and then re-released as part of Exo Squad. So there's some minor differences, mostly stickers, between this and the original release. Really, it's the same thing. So, this review pretty much covers either one. It's very cool. It's got lots of molded detail on it, panel lining, rivets, vents. You can see it's got some cool jet thrusters. The legs have a lot of detail on it. Let me kind of move it around, give you a little good glimpse at it. But in true 80s style, not a lot of painted detail. It's mostly stickers. So, yeah. Anyway, he's very large. Let me put him next to one of my favorite figures pretty much of all time, the Veritech Hover Tank, who's also re-released in that line. And they are both quite large. Here's the Titanium Man, who's pretty big himself for a 3 3/4 inch figure. And here is JT Marsh of Exo Squad. So, gives you a little idea of the size we're talking about here. So for articulation, he does have his big cannon on the top, the main gun, rotates 360, does go up and down because of this little joint here. The cockpit opens up. You can see inside there's a little seat with some seat detailing. There's no control detailing, unfortunately, but it will fit a nice G.I. Joe size figure. He's got these little guns on the front on a ball, but unfortunately because of the way that it's designed, they can't go straight forward, so that's about the closest you can get. Still, if you think about him as like ground, troops are trying to attack it and it's zapping away, protecting the main unit, they're pretty cool. This antenna doesn't turn. The arms here rotate 360, and then it has a hinge that also allows it to go outward. Same on this side. And then the forearm, this is on a ball, so it can rotate in and out, all that other stuff. But mainly what you do is you get it in that classic Zentraedi Battlepod attack pose. The legs are pretty cool. It's the chicken walker style. The hip goes forward and back. And then the knee is kind of interesting. It does bend out, but it's spring-loaded, so it really only sits in this position. And then the arm, the foot here goes back and forth. So, that's all the articulation for this guy, which mainly succeeds in him kind of sitting there looking cool, looking wicked. Yeah, so the Zentraedi Officer Battlepod originated from Macross, was brought into Robotech for the Americas, and is a pretty classic villain and a pretty classic mech design. Is also used in the, what was it called, Battletech, Mech Warrior and stuff like that. They had a version of this that they used. Sometimes they have to change some things to get around licensing, but whatever 3 3/4 inch line you collect, this thing looks great on your shelf. It also looks great with your Robotech, your Macross, whatever. I would definitely pick this up. I think this thing is really cool. Sometimes you can find these for cheap. Sometimes you can find a mint in box, very expensive. Whatever floats your boat, but yeah, this is one of my favorites. I like this whole line. I think it's really cool, and yeah, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Take care.